But good to see you guys. Good to see you. Welcome. I see you didn't miss the bus. I see everybody's here. Nice seeing you guys. I welcome you. Um, all right. So this evening we are going to some highlights of Pastor MacArthur. Okay, just a little bit. Then we're gonna dive into the T4G and some other stuff in that one. Okay. So without further ado, we can get started. So he preached on Matthew 11:24 to 30. Okay. So I'm gonna share this with you guys, and then when we finish, I'm gonna share with you the T4G and everything else. Okay. I'll play the video because I had recorded it. And yesterday it was just so much whatever that was going on. Okay. So after this, we'll play that one. But welcome you guys to the channel. Nice seeing you, Retro. Okay. Everybody, welcome. Thank you guys. Welcome, Facebook family. Welcome, Twitter family. Okay. So he preached, Pastor MacArthur preached on Matthew 11:24 to 30. He actually uses the Legacy Standard Bible, which I think it's cool. So this is what he preached on. He actually read on Hebrews, I guess, as their opening, and then still making some jokes. So let's listen in to what he read today. I hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday. All right, here we go.
Hebrews 3:12. See to it, brothers, that there not be in any one of you an evil, unbelieving heart that falls away from the living God, but encourage one another day after day, as long as it is still called today, so that none of you will be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. For we have become partakers of Christ if we hold fast the beginning of our assurance firm until the end. While it is said today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as when they provoked me. For who provoked him when they had heard? Indeed, did not all those who came out of Egypt led by Moses? And with whom was he angry for 40 years? Was it not with those who sinned, whose corpses fell in the wilderness? And to whom did he swear that they would not enter his rest, but to those who were disobedient? So we see that they were not able to enter because of unbelief. Therefore, let us fear, lest while a promise remains of entering his rest, any one of you may seem to have fallen short of it. For indeed, we have had good news proclaimed to us, just as they also. But the word that was heard did not profit those who were not united with faith among those who heard. For we who have believed enter that rest, just as he has said, as I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest, although his works were finished from the foundation of the world. For he has spoken somewhere in this way concerning the seventh day, and God rested on the seventh day from all his works. And again in this passage, they shall not enter my rest. Therefore, since it remains for some to enter it, and those who formerly had good news proclaimed to them fail to enter because of disobedience, he again determines a certain day, today, saying through David, after so long a time, just as has been said before, today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. For if Joshua had given them rest, he would not have spoken of another day after that. So there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For the one who has entered his rest has himself also rested from his works, as God did from his. Therefore, let us be diligent to enter that rest, lest anyone fall into the same example of disobedience. This is the word of God. Let's bow in prayer.
That was the opening that he did. He read from the book of Hebrews, and he wants to do a series on the gospel. And the title that he's going with is like Jesus' personal invitation. So his message today was Jesus' personal invitation that he was reading from Matthew 11:28-30. So there he read on the book of Hebrews, pretty much do not harden your hearts. Okay. Today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. So this is just like, we can never exhaust the gospel. Okay, so that was very nice and very interesting. Okay, we welcome you guys. Welcome guys from Australia. Sean, welcome you guys. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so at the beginning, like how he always always has some jokes that he play, like, he likes to talk about jokes. So he gave an update about how he's doing, because everybody's always wondering how he's doing. Okay, so I didn't take myself. Everybody's wondering how he's doing. So far he's doing good. So this is what he shared when when he started preaching. All right. So let's just listen in. This is just a short clip.
You may have noticed that in coming up here, I used the railing, and the reason I the reason I did that is because so many people complained that I made them nervous walking up and down. So I don't want to do that. Plus, I'm older today than I've ever been in my entire life. So I don't know when I hit the final cliff, but I'm happy to have the railing. I am also thankful to the Lord that I feel well, and there's a lot of progress apparently going on. So, and the physical side, for which I'm deeply grateful and glad to be back. I want to do a bit of a series over the next few weeks. I'm not sure how long, dealing with the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, broadly speaking, to bring before you some of the compelling words and conversations of our Lord Jesus. I think you can't improve on him as the subject. No way. So his person, his work, his word, in some very unique settings is going to be our pattern for the next number of weeks. And to begin that, I want to draw your attention to Matthew 11, verses 25 to 30. Matthew 11, verses 25 to 30. Part of this will be very familiar to you. But let me read those verses. Matthew 11:25, at that time, Jesus said, I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you have hidden these things from the wise and intelligent and have revealed them to infants. Yes, Father, for this way was well-pleasing in your sight. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. And no one knows the Son except the Father, nor does anyone know the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wills to reveal him. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
All right. So that was the introduction of his message. Okay, that was the introduction of his message. So I won't be able to play everything, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, everybody's excited. I'm excited to, like the series is going to be very interesting. So he went on pretty much just to preach, like the purpose of the New Testament and the Old Testament was is the message of salvation. Okay, is the mission of God is for salvation. So no amount of social work and everything is going to achieve that, but it's just social change. You know what I mean? Salvation is not about social change. That was an emphasis that he made, and he said something that was even like very interesting. So let me share this with you. I'm like, okay, you're gonna make some people mad, but hey, man, and like even at the beginning when he said that, okay, today he feels they had to put a railing because like they were nervous that he was gonna fall. I mean, like it's so nice to see how his congregation they just love him. They put a railing like, we don't want our pastor to fall down. Okay, so here's a railing. Please use it. Yeah, but he did say like today he feels as older like he's ever been. I guess that was just a comment because like his birthday's in June. He was born in June, so maybe he's just feeling old. He's not young anymore. So, and this is what he ended up sharing in the middle of a message. I thought that was very interesting. So, here, enjoy the clip.
Effort with prayer, open public prayer, and for the first time recorded in the Gospels, he calls God his Father. This is the first time. Eventually, they will kill him for saying that. It's shocking. It's open public affirmation of his oneness with the eternal God. I praise you, Father. How is that possible? We would understand if he said, Father, what went wrong? How did this happen? Was there some failure in strategy? Did you not take into consideration that I needed some divine support in this effort? How did it turn out this way? He doesn't say that. He said, I praise you, Father. I praise you. Why? Because you are Lord of heaven and earth. Nothing happens that isn't under your control. You're the creator of the universe, heaven and earth. Not only are you the creator of all that exists, but you are the possessor of all that exists. Deuteronomy 10:14, behold, to the Lord your God belong heaven and the highest heaven, the earth and all that is in it. He not only made it, he owns it, he possesses it. And Jesus knows that the Father hides things from the wise and intelligent, verse 25, and has revealed them to infants. In other words, the only possible way for anyone to respond to the message of Jesus would be if the Father revealed it to that person. I thought about titling this message, Jesus Was a Calvinist. The Son of God knows that the Father hides.
I thought that was funny. That he would, and like, the people over there in the room laughed, right? Like, you thought titling it like Jesus was a Calvinist. Oh boy, like that will be like, wait a minute, what are you saying? Jesus was a Calvinist? If you know the fightings whenever it comes to Calvinism, Arminian, and all that type of thing. So I thought that was quite interesting. So as you know now, Grace to You, Grace Productions, they are going to have yes, that was that's so good, I know. Yes, it's just like, thought titling like Jesus was the cover. It's just like, oh, Pastor MacArthur, it's kind of very funny. And the point that he made, like every time he preaches, he always like gives you a nugget that you didn't even know before, like, okay, he preaches, says like, okay, so I guess maybe this is the first time that Jesus called God the Father, praying for the first time and calling God the Father like his father. So it's just like, things that you just overlook, but just like, no, this is the first time that it is recorded in all the four gospels. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. That was very interesting. What a nice nugget, a nice nugget. So as you know, they have this is what's going on. Church Essential. Okay. The movie is coming out. So what they're doing now, they want to they put out a form to request a showing of this film at your church group, gathering, or local theater. Please fill out the form. So if people want to do the showing of the movie that Grace Productions put out, they put out on their website on the form, you can fill out and they'll see. They want to do this so that they can determine when the movie is going to come out this summer, how they're going to navigate that. So the Essential Church, okay, we already played a clip, in some of the videos. Like, if you guys haven't seen the clip, just check one of the medias. But I was interested in the t-shirts. They put out the t-shirts, okay? So, the Essential Church, that's fine. Christ, not Caesar. So you can see they have a picture of Caesar there and the cross. Christ, not Caesar. So they are already putting out the merch and Fight for the Truth. The one I liked was this one. Okay, it says Caesar has no jurisdiction here. So I have the picture of the church, and then like Caesar has no jurisdiction here, and they have like baseball caps as well. The Essential Church. So this is the stuff that they're putting out to promote. To promote the movie. So they want to put out the movie. It's going to come out this summer, but right now they just want to see how many people are interested. Obviously, people are already buying these t-shirts. Some people have already ordered. They've already filled out the form to have the movie showing at their church, and like maybe at a small group, stuff like that. So everything is available on their website. Okay, Grace Church, or I mean Grace to You, Grace Productions. They, you guys, in case you don't know, like Grace to You, and it's under Grace Productions is under Grace to You. That's a separate entity from Grace Community Church. Okay, the only thing that makes the difference is because it's Pastor MacArthur. All right, nice seeing you. Yes, I know that is so good. Welcome, Retro. I know. Welcome, you guys. I don't know what time it is like in Australia, so that is that. Yep, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so thank you. So, like I said, so this is what took place.